Let's be honest, the world of luxury cars is getting a bit complicated. You have German manufacturers who believe luxury means cramming 1,000 buttons onto a dashboard and giving you suspension settings so numerous you'd need a degree in engineering to understand them. Then you have the others who think a massive touchscreen is a substitute for actual proper craftsmanship. It often leaves you feeling like you've bought a very expensive smartphone with wheels. You spend more time swiping and prodding than actually driving. It's a muddle of technology for technology's sake. Into this strange world of over-engineered gadgets and minimalist misery steps, Lexus. Toyota's posh cousin does things differently. They looked at the German rulebook, had a chuckle, and set it on fire. Their idea of luxury isn't bafflement or a sterile lab. They focus on making you feel comfortable. It's obsessive refinement and quietness. Driving a Lexus is like wearing noise-cancelling headphones for your entire body. True luxury is the absence of annoyance. This brings me to the Lexus LX 570. Let's not beat around the bush. The Lexus LX 570 is enormous. It's the size of a small cottage in the Cotswolds. Parking it in a multi-story car park is an adventure in itself. Beeping, sweating, quiet prayers. But my word, does it have presence. You don't just see an LX 570 approaching, you feel it. It commands the road with an authority that lesser vehicles can only dream of. Other drivers don't just move out of your way, they practically pull over and offer you a cup of tea. The most talked about feature, of course, is that grille. Lexus calls it the spindle grille, but that's a bit modest. It's less of a spindle and more of a gaping chasm of shimmering chrome, a vast, intricate web that looks like it was designed by a spider with an obsession for modern art. Some people hate it. They say it's too aggressive, too ostentatious. I say they're wrong. It's brilliant. Beyond that magnificent schnozzle, the rest of the body is a study in powerful, clean lines. It's not fussy or overly styled. There's a certain theatre to approaching the Lexus LX 570 at night. As you get closer with the key in your pocket, the ground around the doors illuminates with a soft, welcoming glow. It's a small touch, part of the car's grander narrative. You are being received by it. The sheer height of it means you don't get in so much as you ascend. It's a short climb aided by the standard fit running boards, reinforcing the feeling that you are entering a different realm, leaving the grubby world of tarmac and traffic far below you. The view from the rear is just as dominant as the front. The split tailgate is a work of genius. Top half glides up electrically, bottom half folds down, providing a perfect perch for watching a polo match or simply taking off your muddy boots. Let's talk about the paint. Lexus paintwork is legendary. It's not just a single layer of color, it's a deep, lustrous finish polished by hand by Takumi artisans. These are master craftsmen who have dedicated their lives to perfecting their skills. The result is a shine so profound you feel like you could dive into it. Step inside the LX 570 and you're immediately transported. You leave the harsh, noisy world behind and enter a sanctuary of calm. The doors close with a satisfying vault-like thud, sealing you in a cocoon of silence. The cabin is vast, airy, and swathed in materials of the highest quality. We're talking soft, supple, semi-aniline leather that feels like it was sourced from the happiest cows in Switzerland. You can see the stitching, the texture, it invites a touch. We're talking real wood trim, polished to a mirror-like sheen. That wood runs across the dashboard and doors. It's not some flimsy plastic with a wood effects sticker. This is the genuine article. The seats are less like car seats and more like armchairs you'd find in a very exclusive London club. They are huge, supportive, and endlessly adjustable. They can heat you up on a cold morning or cool you down on a sweltering afternoon. You sit high up with a commanding view of the road ahead, feeling like the king of all you survey. The driving position is perfect. The steering wheel is a beautiful thing, a combination of leather and wood that feels just right in your hands. It's not just the driver who gets pampered. Passengers in the back are treated to a similar level of opulence. For those who opt for the top-spec models, there's even a rear-seat entertainment system with dual screens, allowing your passengers to watch a film or play a game while you focus on the important business of driving. In a world where car dashboards are starting to look like the flight deck of the Starship Enterprise, the Lexus LX 570 takes a refreshingly different approach. Yes, it has a large infotainment screen, but it hasn't foolishly done away with all the buttons. Critical functions like the climate control and volume are still controlled by chunky, satisfying physical knobs and switches. This is a very good thing. It means you can adjust the temperature or change the radio station without having to take your eyes off the road and navigate through a labyrinth of sub-menus. The main screen is controlled by a little joystick-like thing on the center console. Now, some people have complained about this system, saying it's a bit fiddly. And yes, it does take a little getting used to, but once you've spent a bit of time with it, it becomes second nature. The system itself is comprehensive, with satellite navigation, Bluetooth connectivity, and access to a whole host of vehicle settings. But the best piece of tech in the entire car is the Mark Levinson sound system. It's a 19-speaker, 450-watt setup that is, without question, one of the best audio systems you will find in any car at any price. It turns the cabin into a private concert hall. But the technology in the LX isn't just about entertainment, it's also about making driving easier and safer. You get a fantastic 360-degree camera system which is an absolute godsend when you're trying to park this behemoth in a tight space. There's also a head-up display that projects key information like your speed and navigation instructions directly onto the windscreen. This means you can keep your eyes on the road where they belong. Underneath the vast bonnet of the Lexus LX 570 lies something wonderful, something that is becoming increasingly rare in our modern sanitized world, a proper, naturally aspirated V8 engine. It's a 5.7-litre behemoth that produces a healthy 383 horsepower and a massive wave of torque. In an age of whining turbos and silent electric motors, this engine is a glorious throwback. It doesn't scream or shriek, it rumbles. At idle, it's a deep, distant burble, a promise of the power that lies in wait. Press the accelerator and it responds with a smooth, muscular surge, accompanied by a soundtrack that is pure, unadulterated V8 bliss. This engine is not about raw, blistering speed. The LX 570 is a heavy car, and it's not going to win any drag races against a Porsche Cayenne. That's not the point of it. The power is delivered in a serene, effortless manner. It's like being pushed along by a giant invisible hand. Overtaking is a simple, stress-free affair. The ride quality is, in a word, sublime. The LX is equipped with sophisticated adaptive suspension that can be adjusted to suit the conditions. In comfort mode, it glides over bumps and potholes as if they aren't even there. It's one of the most comfortable cars I have ever driven. The Lexus LX 570 may spend most of its life cruising around Chelsea Beverly Hills, but underneath that polished exterior lies the heart and soul of a true off-road legend. It is, after all, based on the mighty Toyota Land Cruiser, a vehicle that is the transport of choice for the United Nations, aid agencies, and anyone who needs to get to the most inhospitable corners of the planet. This means the LX has a level of off-road capability that is frankly absurd for a luxury SUV. It has a proper rugged ladder frame chassis, a full-time four-wheel drive system, and a suite of electronic aids that would make a mountain goat jealous. Engage the low-range gearbox, and the LX transforms from a luxury cruiser into an unstoppable force of nature. It has a feature called Crawl Control, which is essentially off-road cruise control. You just set a speed, take your feet off the pedals, and steer. The car will then meticulously manage the throttle and brakes, clambering over rocks, through mud, and up steep, slippery slopes with astonishing ease. This off-road prowess isn't just for show, it translates into incredible stability and security in all weather conditions. Whether you're dealing with a snowy mountain pass, a torrential downpour, or a gravel track on the way to your country house, the LX 570 feels utterly planted and secure. And yet, for all its rugged go-anywhere capability, it is perfectly at home doing the school run or navigating the supermarket car park. The light steering, excellent visibility, and plethora of cameras and sensors make it surprisingly easy to maneuver in tight urban environments. There are cars that are built to a price, and then there are cars that are built to a standard. The Lexus LX 570 falls firmly into the latter category. It is, without a shadow of a doubt, one of the most reliable and well-built vehicles on the planet. This is not just marketing fluff, it's a fact borne out by decades of data and countless owner surveys. Lexus consistently tops reliability and customer satisfaction charts, and the LX is a shining example of why. These cars are engineered to last, to withstand the harshest conditions. The secret lies in obsessive attention to detail and a manufacturing process that borders on the fanatical. The panel gaps are minuscule and perfectly even. The paintwork is flawless. The interior is assembled with a precision that would make a Swiss watchmaker proud. Buying an LX 570 is not just buying a car, it's making a long-term investment. It's a vehicle that you can pass down to your children, confident that it will still be running perfectly in 20 years' time. The peace of mind that comes with knowing your vehicle is unlikely to ever leave you stranded at the side of the road is a luxury in itself. Of course, it's also packed with the latest safety technology. The Lexus Safety System Plus is standard. Pre-collision system with pedestrian detection, lane departure alert, adaptive cruise control. There are 10 airbags scattered throughout the cabin, and its massive, robust construction provides a formidable barrier of protection in the event of an accident. It's a mobile fortress, a rolling sanctuary that is dedicated to protecting you and your family. So who is the typical Lexus LX 570 owner? Well, they are not the sort of person who is swayed by fleeting trends or the latest technological gimmick. They are not trying to impress the neighbors with their car's Nürburgring lap time. The LX 570 owner is someone who has already made it. They are confident, discerning. They value substance over style. They appreciate quality, craftsmanship, reliability. They want a car that is supremely comfortable, utterly dependable, quietly imposing. They want a vehicle that works every single time without any fuss or drama. This is the car for the successful business owner, the discreet celebrity, the family that wants the ultimate in safe, luxurious transport. It's for the person who owns a ranch in Montana, a ski chalet in Aspen, and needs a vehicle that can handle the journey with ease, regardless of the weather. It's for the individual who understands that true luxury is not about being the fastest or the flashiest. It's about being the most comfortable and the most serene. The LX 570 is a statement of quiet confidence, a sign that you have nothing to prove. It's a choice for people who prefer old money to new money. In a world that is becoming increasingly frantic and complicated, the Lexus LX 570 is a wonderful anachronism. It's a reminder of a time when cars were built to last, when comfort was king, and when a big lazy V8 was the ultimate expression of automotive luxury. It may be a dinosaur, but it is a magnificent, glorious, and utterly charming one. It scoffs at the idea of compromise. It is not trying to be all things to all people. It knows exactly what it is, and it does its job better than almost anything else on the road. To sum it up, the Lexus LX 570 is the ultimate luxury SUV for a very specific type of buyer. It is in its own magnificent old-school way just about perfect.